Reporter Ed Laskos has just arrived on the scene. Ed, what's it like out there? Describe the scene from your perspective.
And as Joe was saying, you could feel it is palpable here, the tension as many LAPD units arrive. Black and whites, also members of the SWAT team, have been pulling in here one after another. They're mobilizing. Another black and white comes in here. Let me help them pull up the yellow tape. As citywide tactical alert, that means everybody's coming in. That's actually sheriff divisions also coming in now with deputies to help out as well. The entire area is sealed off. We are actually here on North Mission. You're looking down the cross is Broadway, and that is the target of this manhunt right now. Up above, Mike is giving you a look. It's unusual that you would see not one but two LAPD choppers circling overhead with their night suns, that bright light shining down at the target. It's that residential area off to the right. It's a residential garage we are hearing. That's where they think the gunman is held up right now, barricaded inside. SWAT is mobilizing, getting ready to do what they have to do to try to get that suspect out. But they also are working, as Joe was pointing out, on securing this neighborhood, making sure, and they've been telling folks to stay inside the apartment buildings, to watch from their windows if they have to, but to get off the streets, to get inside. So they're trying to secure the area, secure the civilians, if you will, the folks who live in this area first of all. And they're having a tough time because it's a busy area through here. You know, Mission and also Broadway is a busy section here through Lincoln Heights, so you have a lot of traffic coming in, a lot of foot traffic, a lot of folks also trying to get to their apartments. We've been talking to several of them, and they're just being held back, as for obvious reasons, safety reasons. If you have an armed gunman and he's held up and barricaded inside one of these garages, that is big concern. You hear some more sirens coming, some more SWAT officers also arriving here, and it is, the tension again continues to be very, very strong when you have not one, but three LAPD officers shot. We're understanding the latest information is one of the LAPD officers is a canine officer who was hit by gunfire as they were chasing the suspect. We still don't know exactly. Some more SWAT officers arriving. We still don't know exactly what that suspect was wanted for, but as the story goes and the information flow goes, that suspect was on the run, being chased by LAPD officers and that canine officer, and we have the three officers shot. They were rushed to USC Medical. We do not know their conditions. Everybody holding their breath and praying. Some of the officers, as we arrived, said it was serious, but they were saying a silent prayer. So that is the tension that you have out here in this neighborhood right now as more officers arrive. Citywide tactical alert, and all is focused on it. We're understanding a residential garage area, perhaps by one of those apartments over there on Broadway to the right of the screen of where you're looking for. That's really the focus of this manhunt as it goes on right now, guys.
Ed, you go to crime scenes multiple times a week. Can you put this one into some perspective in terms of the size of it, the amount of police officers that you're seeing out there?
Well, as soon as you are driving up here, you realize it is something very, very serious. And sadly, I hate to say it, when you come up to a scene like this, you realize that it's a law enforcement officer who's been hit, who's been hurt, just by the activity, the quickness of the officers who are responding, SWAT moving and running into position. And as I said earlier, you know, that the tension is palpable in the sense that you can feel it when you move up. It's not a usual crime scene where they have it secured and they're basically trying to talk somebody out. As we always say, all of us, you know, when you're out here on the street, you want to go home safe and sound at the end of your shift. And so the officers, deputies, all law enforcement, they take it very of their own is hit, it really ratchets up the intensity level, and then there's an all-out search, an all-out manhunt, if you will, to try to get the gunman. And at this point, at least from some positive news here, they seem to have a good track on where this gunman might be holding up right now, barricading himself inside one of those garages. So they're not in a wide-out search trying to locate him. They seem like they have him contained there. It's now just a matter of moving in and getting him out, trying to make this end safely without anybody else, more law enforcement, or even a lot of the folks who live in this area without them being hit. But again, just a lot of, to answer your question, Alex, just a lot of intensity here as law enforcement, the sheriff's moving back here. They're coming in to help too. Again, as you pointed out, big area in this neighborhood, Lincoln Heights. You've got to seal it off. You've got to make sure you have it controlled and also contained. As we talk about the gunman himself, you don't want the gunman trying to escape. So it is a big project that they got going on with the intensity that three of their officers have been hit, and everybody worried that they're going to be okay as they are rushed off to the ER.
Ed, are you getting a sense that they're setting up their command post to be able to relay new information to you?
I'm sure they're setting up the command post, directing where they want the officers and the units that are arriving, particularly the SWAT officers. Not saying anything to us, and to be frank, right now we're the least of their concerns, the media. They're dealing with trying to contain the area, keep civilians safe, and get that gunman. That's their top priority. Information slowly moving down to us, but that's really what their focus is right now.